All right, folks, we are back here on Straight Out of the Cannon. It is 7:42 in the PM. That number is 219-885-1371. That number, again, 219-885-1371. In the first segment, we talked about Donald Trump's 20 core promises to America. Second, we talked about our god-awful universal healthcare system and how Olympic athletes have actually exposed how derelict our society is in providing healthcare for its citizens after going to the Paris Olympics and having free healthcare provided for them. Well, folks, I know we talk about a lot of serious topics, really serious topics here on this show on a weekly basis, primarily politics, because that's what I do. But there's also a lot of things that are pretty ridiculous that are going on. And so I would like to, I think this next segment, we can call this the ridiculousness. Yep. A woman in Dolton, suburban Chicago, has been sentenced to 9 years in prison. Okay. It's unfortunate, but this happens every day. Why was she sentenced to 9 years in prison? Because she stole almost $2 million in chicken wings. $2 million in chicken wings. That's right. This woman has pleaded guilty to stealing more than $1.5 million worth of food, primarily chicken wings, from a South suburban school district. Miss Vera Liddell, who's 68 years old, was sentenced to 9 years in prison during a hearing. Now, at the time of the crime, she was working as the director of food services for Harvey School District 152. Between July of 2020 and February 2022, prosecutors said Liddell placed hundreds of unauthorized orders for food items, including 11,000 cases of chicken wings. 11,000 cases of chicken wings through the school district's main supplier, Gordon Food Services. Okay, I work with a nonprofit. We've used Gordon Food Services. They get you a lot of, like, it's very much like a wholesale thing. You can buy like a 10-pound gallon of like green peas or something. Like they, you know, if you're trying to feed a lot of people, Gordon Food Services is where you need to go. These orders were placed separately from the district's legitimate orders, prosecutors have said. The massive, now see, that's where she went wrong. She should have just ordered all of it together, and if she's gonna steal the chicken wings, just take the chicken wings. That's all you do. The massive fraud began at the height of COVID, during a time when students were not allowed to be physically present in school. Even though the children were learning remotely, the school districts continued to provide meals for the students that their families could pick up. Oh, that's incredible. Wow. I had no idea that they did stuff like that. Believing the food orders were genuine, Gordon Food Services billed Harvey School District 152, which then paid for the food items, according to the court records. Liddell would then allegedly use one of the school district's cargo van to pick up and transport the stolen food. Now the question is, what the hell did she do with all those chicken wings? I mean, I love chicken, but there's just, like, I can't eat $2 million worth of chicken wings. I can't do it. Even if you gave me 5 years, I just wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think. How is that even possible? So is she selling them? I don't get that. Like, this is just a bizarre story. The food was never brought to the school or provided to the students. Now that's just wrong. That is just out and out wrong. A routine mid-year audit conducted by the district's business manager in January 2022 showed that the food service department had exceeded its annual budget by over $300,000. $300,000 despite only being halfway through the school year. Good God. Prosecutors said that Liddell was the only person responsible for placing food orders on behalf of the district. Again, just another mistake on their part. On her part, I'm sorry. Upon closer review, she discovered individual invoices signed by Liddell for massive quantities of chicken wings, an item that was never served to students because they contain bones. Wait, kids can't eat things with bones in them now? Like, how soft are kids today that they can't eat something with bones in it? Like, come on, man. You telling me school-age children can't eat chicken wings because they have bones in it? What? Employees of Gordon Food Service have said that they were all very familiar with Liddell. Well, I guess they were. If she's picked up 11,000 boxes of chicken wings, I'm pretty sure they're very, very familiar with Miss Vera Liddell. Surveillance video of the facility showed that she would often arrive prior to the store opening to pick up the orders. She was charged with felony theft, continuing a financial crime enterprise, and forgery in January of 2023. Wow. I mean, obviously, the real victims here are the children who weren't fed. And it just sort of goes to show you how so much of our bureaucracy in these schools are corrupt and have no problem helping themselves to whatever money, or in this case, chicken wings, are meant for these kids. I was just talking to somebody recently, I won't say who, about the Gary school system, especially the one we used to have before it was taken over by MGT, about how basically all of how many computers came up missing, just came up missing some years ago, and how much of the art and so much of the things that were in Gary schools, they're just gone. So many things are just gone from our schools. And, you know, that's been a problem for many years in a lot of school districts. And this is one of the problems this is one of the reasons that we've suffered such cultural decline as a society, because we do not prioritize. We do not prioritize our young people above all else in this society. There's so many adults who have failed these young people in this country. It is just unfortunate to say. But there is some breaking news on this story. There is an NFL player named Chris Jones, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, who said that he will pay the $1.5 million worth of stolen chicken wings by Miss Vera Liddell to help her get released from jail. That is ridiculous. I understand the brother's heart's in the right place, but like, this woman wasn't stealing to feed her family, okay? I don't care how big her family is. They ain't eating $1.5 million worth of chicken wings in just a few years. Like, I don't know if I've eaten 1.5 million, close to $2 million worth of chicken wings in my entire life. And you're talking to somebody who's eating chicken every day this week. Every day. I told you guys, we had a big event last Saturday. I still had some chicken left over. So I've been eating on that. I still don't think I've eaten $2 million of chicken in my lifetime. I just don't know if I don't think that's even possible. So that wasn't for her personal use. It wasn't for the use of her family. This was, once again, bureaucracy, bureaucrats failing our children, and these schools failing our children. And, you know, I know Mr. Chris Jones' heart was probably in the right place, but I don't know if this is the person that his generosity should have been used for. But hey, what do I know?